Right. So we have a story here with a boyfriend who doesn't want to have sex anymore with his girlfriend. From a Christian perspective, I'll be like, okay, that's good. Wait till marriage. But let's hop into this and see. So the title of the story, my boyfriend said he doesn't want to have sex with me anymore. All right, let's find out why. Sorry for my English. I'm not American. All right. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. We met because I am friends with his sister, and we became close over time since we worked together. Then she introduced me to her brother, and I asked him out. Big ups. One might say that might be error number one, because one might assume and say, all right, the fact that you, the lady, is the one who will be asking out, then to a certain level throughout this relationship, it is possible. We don't know yet. It is possible that you're going to be the one doing a lot of the chasing in terms of, oh, you like him a little bit much more than he might like you. But at the end of the day, you might find yourself having to prove a lot of things or doing a lot of things, try to not just win his affection, but also to keep his affection. That be something that eventually leads to what the title is about. Let's find out. I thought he was fine until a week ago. He told me that he no longer wanted to have sex with me. He said he loves me, but he doesn't want S anymore. All right. I asked him the reason, and he mentioned that he is not attracted to me sexually or physically, just emotionally, knowingly. We don't see how you choose to be in a relationship, especially a romantic relationship, one that probably should be ending in marriage, when you are not even physically attracted to the person. Because at the end of the day, are we not all supposed to just be emotionally attracted to, or like I said, emotionally and lovingly? Are we not just supposed to just be loving people? But generally, in terms of, let me say, my friends, your friends, you're supposed to be affectionate towards them in terms of that role, the role of a friend. So generally, the love you have for your friend is basically maybe what he might be highlighting that I have for you here. Or is it the perspective of saying that he has deep care for the person, but just is not physically attracted for the person? I don't see how that can work in it from a relationship perspective. So probably people should just separate. I must say that my appearance really is not the best. All right. I guess probably we have an answer to our dilemma. I am fat, around 75 kilograms. 75 kilograms. How many pounds is that? I don't know. It can be like 180, 190. That might be wrong. Check it out. I just don't want to check it out right now. I am 1.6 meters tall. I have polycystic ovary syndrome and insulin resistance. So it is really difficult for me to lose weight. Yeah, I think I've heard this before about people who have this POS and this insulin resistance, like how much more effort they need to take in terms of putting weight. Like sometimes people might just drink water and they bulk up. It's a sad situation, but actually I've heard it's an actual medical condition. But generally, like I highlighted, yep, it's difficult for individuals like that to lose weight. But probably we should find out what is polycystic ovary syndrome. So generally, it's a hormonal disorder which causes enlarged ovaries and small cysts on the outer edges. The cause of polycystic ovary syndrome isn't well understood yet, but may involve a combination of genetic and environmental factors. So, what are some of the effects? Some of the key effects about these things that eventually can cause missed and irregular menstrual periods, excess hair growth, acne, infertility, and weight gain. Now, repeat. What are some things that PCOS causes? Irregular menstrual periods, excess hair growth, acne, infertility, and weight gain. So basically, this is what she's eventually experiencing, how difficult it is for her to lose weight, but she keeps gaining weight because she has PCOS, insulin resistance. I also have a lot of hair on my leg area, on the facial area, on my chin, exactly. PCOS. I always try to shave, and I really diet and exercise, but I can't lose weight. That's very sad. Like seriously, it's very sad. So at the end of the day, you see what at the end of the day, sometimes I'm just learning this. Sometimes, eventually, not saying it should be used as an excuse to probably not keep yourself in good shape, but we ought to eventually sympathize with individuals who eventually find themselves in this situation, who are not out there carelessly choosing to gain weight, whether you're male or you're female, like carelessly choosing to not take good care of your body. But generally, many individuals out there struggle with there are different factors or reasons why people eventually gain, especially excess weight. It could be depression, It could be excess work. It could be so there's just so many other things. But this is a lesson for those individuals. As much as possible, there are different people. There are people who probably are in a similar situation as you are, whom they can help you eventually maybe find the best way to be able to see if you can put in even a little bit of exercise. Here we see this lady, keeping, she's dieting, she's doing whatever she can, but the issue here is the PCOS which she has. He, on the other hand, likes to take care of his body. He goes to the gym and he eats healthy. What he said really hurts me. He doesn't find me attractive and it makes me doubt too much. In the first place, because I don't understand why he agreed to go out with me. Exactly. Neither do I. Did he do it out of pity? Why doesn't he just break up with me? Why did he wait 3 years? Oh, dang, it's been 3 years in the relationship. To tell me he doesn't like me like that. Besides, does he want to sleep with other ladies? He has a pretty high libido. And when he has sex, he really enjoyed it or something. Or did he just have sex with me out of obligation until he couldn't stand it anymore? He also makes me ashamed of myself. I can't tell anyone, but I really feel that's really sad. Let's jump to see what you guys have to say. So, Recoil Royal, he says, many relationships do come to an end. Learn from the time together, move on, focus on yourself and not him, close that chapter and open a new one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think that makes sense. Like, it's obvious. Like, rather than keeping yourself in a situation where somebody else, you're not married yet, rather than keeping yourself in a situation where the other person makes you feel bad about yourself, like, you lose all of your self-esteem, you lose all of your self-confidence, rather than slowly moving into depression, come out of that sinking ship, find one that is still sailing. Xavier Brick says 165 meters is insane. I don't know how it's even possible. What with you being more than half the height of the Eiffel Tower. Right, no problem. We'll do one more comment. So one more comment from Bottle Plastic. He says he's just not that into you. Move on unless you're cool with a sexless relationship. I think at the end of the day, like the advice is general. Like, yeah, you observe this situation. This is a situation which is literally putting you in the worst mood possible. Move on. What do you guys think? And I think a lot of people find themselves in this kind of situation, in situations where probably your physical, no one might say, oh, it is petty to dwell so much in terms of the physical look of a person. But let's be realistic. As men, many men are attracted to women because of how physically they look. It's the physical attraction or the physical qualities of a person that eventually gets you towards, eventually makes you interested to eventually even find out what are the internal qualities a person has, the characters, the virtues, the principles a person lives by. So at the end of the day, from a male or a female perspective, as much as possible, we should encourage being healthy, we should encourage taking care of ourselves, we should encourage grooming as she is doing. And also with respect to the PCOS, I'm not a medical professional. I think you also should see a doctor and see the doctor's advice. There might be eventual some medical procedures which already exist in terms of how you can eventually even maybe not lose weight but keep yourself healthy. And then on the other side, if you find yourself in a relationship where at the end of the day it's bringing you nothing but pain, misery, depression, sometimes even like in this situation, you have lost all confidence in yourself. I think you should eventually come out from that boat. Leave that boat eventually before it sinks. Right? What do you guys think? Drop your comments, like, share the video. Till next time. Big ups.